Hey everyone, so I've been posting a lot about what I'm seeing as a new haircut trend for 2025, and I've just sectioned this hair out of the way, and it's gonna be a slight disconnected haircut, somewhat of an undercut, but this is really, really amazing for people who have, maybe hair that sticks out throughout the sides here, and you can see this mannequin head right here, it sticks out a lot, right? So if you have this type of situation, this could be good for you. Because what it's going to do is I'm going to actually try to round this off a bit and create a haircut to where it somewhat looks like it's blended, but it's not. And that's why I think the big hair trend is it's going to be a blended disconnection, if that makes sense. It's completely separate from the rest, not the same length. It's definitely shorter, but it just somehow looks like it blends. And that's something that I think is going to be an awesome trend for 2025. All right, so I'm going to be basically just focusing on this area right in through here because this was already previously cut. I like the length of this. I'm not going super short. I'm literally just going to be focusing on this area using scissor over comb. So if you want this type of hairstyle, you have to be very, very specific with your hair professional and telling them what you kind of want or what the look you're going for. And there's no real name for this except maybe like a longer disconnection, or explain to the professional you want to keep the length on the sides here shorter, but you just want to kind of round this out a little bit, but have it a shorter length than this, so it's a little disconnected, but not like a skin fade or anything like that. And I think the more you convey that to them, and don't be so focused on the name of a haircut, more about like the style you want, then hopefully that'll help translate into the haircut that you want. And if you have a current undercut, you just have to grow it long enough to where this area is a bit longer. So you just have to kind of grow it out a little, and once the sides get long enough, then you have enough hair to work with to create that look. And really what I'm doing is I'm just going in for this particular hairstyle, this mannequin right here, and I'm just rounding out. And you can see how I'm just leveling this off right in through here, compared to look how much on this side, right in through here, look how much that sticks out. So what I'm doing in this hair trend is just taking this down to where if your hair does stick out, just cut that off right in through here. And then you can leave the top disconnected. So the best way that I like to go about doing this is trying to stand back a bit and trying to gauge where the hair is sticking out and just take that down first. So I'm using my comb and I'm just cutting this to really focus on trimming that down. That's my number one priority, is just rounding out that shape. And I'm holding the comb. If you're trying to do this yourself, it's kind of a do it at your own risk, but you want to lift the comb and then pull the comb out to where you can see the hair. And that's where you're going to be cutting. That's the length you're going to be cutting. So this takes years and years and years and years of practice and learning how to do scissor over comb. So it's something that, again, if you want to try to do this yourself, good luck. I think leave it to us hair professionals. But now if you're a professional watching this, this is really crucial that you learn how to do this, right? Scissor over comb. Now, let's take a look at what we got going on here. And we're starting to work that down better. And it's just a matter of getting it to where it's perfect, right? It's a matter of where it's perfect. Sometimes you actually have to go down the opposite like this. You have to work downwards this way because the hair, once again, it does stick out. And now we're starting to make some progress in through here. Now, if you don't have the hair type that sticks out like this, then obviously this is going to be much easier and you just need to take it down shorter, right? This is definitely primarily for somebody who has that hair texture or that challenge to where the hair just sticks straight out. But if you don't, obviously, then you're in good shape. Lucky you. This is something maybe more Asian hair or, a certain ethnic hair that it just always is pin straight and always just sticks straight out from the head. That's definitely a bit of a challenge. Now, can you take clippers and do this all in one shot? Yeah. You can. You could take like a number 4 guard or, a guard to where it's not like going to be super, super short. Of course, that'll make life a lot easier. But, you have to make sure that you're really just focusing on the areas that are longer and that stick out. All right, cool. So we definitely rounded this out a bit more. It looks so much better in through here. And if you have hair that sticks out, well, guess what? The hair is going to continuously have a bit of a shape to where it's not laying down flat like if your hair wasn't, okay? But that's where going in and really just working that down is gonna be, it's gonna be a lot more beneficial. And you can see, we've definitely taken down a lot of this bulk right in through here. The next thing is, if you have a side that is kind of a pain, then you utilize the thinning shears right here. And that's where, once again, the hair professional should know how to utilize these tools to make things a little bit easier for you. So I'm gonna be, doing some scissor over comb like this with the thinning shears to really just kind of take this down even more and minimize the bulk. And you can see already, look how much that's helping. Having a good knowledge base of information is something that's really, really helpful. And if you want to understand more about hair cutting shapes, things like that, I do have my ebooks that I created. They're only $10 each, and they're literally downloadable PDF files. You can get them anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter where you're located. You can purchase them actually right here in my store. You can see them in the products part, and they're $10 each. And what that does is it helps you understand haircutting shapes. Not really like the best haircut for your face shape. I do talk about face shapes that should have certain haircut shapes, but it's really essential to understand this, because it's going to help you get better haircuts. And chances are you're probably going to end up knowing more about haircuts than the professional cutting your hair, right? You're going to learn about shapes, and you're going to be one step ahead of the game that you can actually start to communicate with them in a different way, okay? $10 each. I have one for, men's hair and one for women's hair. All right, now let's see here. So I'm going to take this down, and the whole point of this is to have that kind of disconnection in through here. So it's still somewhat of an undercut, right? And you can see that it's creating its own kind of like shape, right? Its own shape. And if you have a part where the hair needs to grow a bit, then let it grow. Like, for example, this part right in through here. You can see that this overhang now, it's sticking straight out. But that's because it has to grow out just a little bit more. So you can spray that down and just work on utilizing, a product like it depends on what you want to use, power cream. If you want like an extreme hold, you can use my One Clay, you can use, the hair powder. It all really depends on the look that you're going for. But when you brush this out of the way, that disconnection really does help. But again, the whole point is to have like a light disconnection so that the haircut is a bit more unique. And this is a really cool, undercuts and things like that were really popular a few years, 4 or 5 years ago, 6 years ago. But now I think this is gonna make a comeback with this particular type of look. So let's blow dry this. All right, here's my carbon comb. I love this thing. This is a solid comb. So now I'm just gonna comb through this, and now it's just really up to you on the type of shape that you wanna create, right? It's up to you on the shape you wanna create. So in through here, you can see, now again, like I mentioned, there's the disconnected part right there. It really is up to you to be able to work this in, right? To be able to create this kind of look. And if you need to have some areas grow, let them grow. That's where, and I've done this throughout my career, is you strategically cut hair to make sure that it's gonna grow out the right way. See when I bring all this up this way, you know, this is the kind of look that I kind of fixed up into here, but now I'm able to get that down with some product and then style this. It really honestly depends on the type of look that you're going for. You can style this with a number of my products, and it really depends on the look that you want, right? You can slick this down, you can add a little bit more texture into here. So I think this looks awesome. I think this is gonna be a big hair trend for 2025, and hopefully you can find someone like a hair professional or somebody who can guide you through this type of style so that, you know, you can wear this modern haircut. Once again, you can purchase my ebook right here for only $10. It's 17 pages, it's a PDF file. I have one for men's hair, understanding the haircut shapes that then you can apply to your face shape. A really, really knowledgeable book, and I have one for women's hair as well. And they're both $10. The women's one, it's about 28 pages or so, but literally you can't beat the price and the value I'm bringing. If you want to purchase any of my products, shop.TheSalonGuy.com, YouTube 20 for my discount code. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you soon.